Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's practically invisible, but totally runs the internet. It's a high-stakes world out there, and we're unpacking some absolutely crucial insights from IBM technology that prove exactly why a tiny, seemingly boring digital oversight could literally be your company's biggest threat. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Consider this provocative question for a second. Think about all the highly sophisticated cyber threats out there, right? The complex malware, the crazy phishing schemes, all those intricate network breaches that make the evening news. But what if the most devastating threat wasn't actually a malicious attack from an outside hacker, but just a simple internal oversight? A hidden digital threat that, if you ignore it, acts exactly like pulling the main power plug on a massive corporation. Section 1. When the internet breaks, the catastrophic fallout. So, the blast radius of this problem? It's absolutely massive. Simply letting a certificate expire brings critical systems to a complete, immediate halt. Websites go dark, flashing those scary security warnings that instantly kill customer trust. APIs suddenly sever their connections, breaking complex integrations across your entire tech stack. And as an inevitable domino effect, entire enterprises just grind to a standstill. The revenue loss and reputational damage can be staggering, and it literally all stems from one single forgotten expiration date. Section 2. Defining digital certificates, the invisible engine. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how cybersecurity expert Jeff Crume defines these tools. Digital certificates are essentially your invisible credentials. They're the silent authenticators, the secure handshakes that happen billions of times a second across the web to lock down communications. You don't see them, but they're the foundational layer of absolute trust. Without them continually verifying that a server, a website, or an API is exactly who it claims to be, well, secure digital communication simply cannot exist. They are the backbone of digital identity. And we're pulling this analysis directly from a highly credible source. On May 31st, 2026, the IBM Technology Channel, which boasts a massive 1.7 million subscribers, by the way, published these exact insights featuring Jeff Crume. Just look at the engagement metrics. Over 7,000 highly targeted views, specifically tracking tags like PKI and digital certificates. This level of focused attention from IT professionals really validates the sheer, immediate urgency of this specific cybersecurity problem in today's threat landscape. People are actively searching for solutions to this right now. Section 3. The shrinking lifespan crisis. Ticking faster. And this brilliantly illustrates the core of our current crisis, a massive shift in how these credentials operate. Remember the good old days when longer certificate lifespans meant a true set-and-forget mentality? You'd install a certificate on a server and didn't really have to think about it again until your next big promotion. Well, those days are long gone. Industry standards have fundamentally forced a shift to significantly shorter lifetimes. That comfortable buffer time we used to rely on has completely vanished. The math here is pretty unavoidable. Shorter lifetimes directly equal accelerated risk. Because these lifespans are shrinking drastically, the digital clocks are ticking faster than ever before. Organizations must now manage and renew these invisible credentials continuously. And here's the truly terrifying part. Every single time a lifespan shrinks, the window for human error narrows, multiplying the risk of an enterprise-crushing outage. Relying on spreadsheets and manual calendar reminders is practically begging for a critical failure. Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, the lifecycle management solution, disarming the threat. Here is the blockbuster solution, certificate lifecycle management. Because you can no longer set and forget. You absolutely must actively and dynamically manage the entire lifecycle of every single certificate living in your network. This means fully automated tracking, prompt and reliable renewals, and comprehensive visibility. It is the only way to effectively disarm those fast-ticking digital clocks before they ever reach zero. So the crucial point is captured perfectly by Jeff Crume. Certificate lifecycle management is, quote, becoming a critical cybersecurity discipline. Let those words sink in for a moment. This is no longer just a mundane back-office administrative task. It's a mandatory frontline security practice, requiring robust tools and constant vigilance. It sits right alongside your firewalls and endpoint protection. And you know, this discipline absolutely doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's part of a much broader evolution of essential security protocols. IBM specifically pairs the absolute necessity of certificate lifecycle management with other critical directives, like the implementation of new, rigorous password rules.
Both represent a necessary, non-negotiable tightening of digital security perimeters. You've got to manage the invisible certificates securing your machine identities just as rigorously and as automatically as you manage the passwords securing your human users. For those of you looking to immediately upgrade your enterprise security knowledge, the source material actually provides a direct resource. You can access IBM's specific insights on these evolving password rules via the link shown right here. I highly recommend taking a moment to note this down and check it out later to fully round out your understanding of these comprehensive security updates. Which leaves us with this final, vital question to ponder. Do you know when your organization's invisible digital clocks will strike zero? In a world of rapidly shrinking lifespans and massive enterprise-wide stakes, ignorance is simply no longer an option. Active lifecycle management is your only real defense. Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Now go check your clocks.